Hello and welcome back to another holistic education video. This video is the beginning of a new series where we will be exploring the 25 hardest SAT math problems of this year according to Prep Maven. In this series, we will go through every single problem in a video each, from problem 1 all the way to problem 25, and show you how to solve the hardest math problems on the SAT this upcoming year. So, in this video, we'll be tackling problem number 1, which is, we're given an equation, x squared over the square root of x squared minus c squared equals c squared over the square root of x squared minus c squared plus 39. And it says, in the given equation, c is a positive constant. Which of the following is one of the solutions to the given equation? Negative c squared minus 39 squared, negative square root of 39 squared minus c squared, or negative square root of c squared plus 39 squared. So to start off, I have written out the equation as seen in the problem in my notebook. And so let's think of how we're going to solve this. Well, firstly, we want to get this x isolated all by itself. And that's kind of tricky because we have the x inside square roots with other variables. So that can be somewhat difficult, but it's important to look for patterns or similarities. And one of the things that's important to notice here, and on both sides of this equation, both of these fractions, the denominator, are the exact same, which means that these fractions can be simplified into a single fraction. So to do that, we're going to start by getting those two fractions on the same side of the equation. So we're going to subtract this term right here from both sides. And when we do that, we get this, which is the two fractions on the same side of equations, and then 39 by itself. Now, we've done this because now that we have these two fractions on the same side of the equation, we can simplify them by just subtracting the numerators, and that will give us x squared minus c squared all over the square root of x squared minus c squared, once again equal to 39. So now we have this square root, but we can easily get rid of that now by squaring both sides of the equation. So when we square both sides of the equation, we have to square the numerator and the denominator, and that will give us x squared minus c squared all squared over x squared minus c squared equals 39 squared. Now at this point, we could simplify this 39 squared. We could simplify this square over here, but it is actually beneficial for us not to do that for two reasons. One, you notice the term here in the numerator within the square and the term down here are the same term, which means that they can cancel out. This is equivalent to some variable a squared over a. The terms here are the same term, so we can think of them as the same term. And of course, when you have a square over itself, it cancels out just to give you one copy of that term. And the same thing is true over here. So we can cancel this term with this square, and we will get simply x squared minus c squared equals 39 squared. Now, once again, we could calculate what 39 squared is, but if you look back at the original problem, in every single answer choice, the numerical term is given in terms of 39 squared, so this is exactly the form that we want to have it in. So now that we have our square roots gone, we can isolate the x term by itself, and all we need to do is just add a c squared to both sides of this equation, and that will give us x squared equals c squared plus 39 squared. And now we just need to take the square root of both sides and we can get x by itself. So we get x equals the square root of c squared plus 39 squared. So this is our final answer, except it's important to remember that whenever we have a quadratic polynomial such as this, and we're trying to solve for x, there's always two answers. Whenever you take the square root of something, there's always a positive result and a negative result. So the answer really is plus or minus the square root of c squared plus 39 squared, and that will give us our two answers. And if we look to our answer choices, we will see that one of the choices is in fact negative square root of c squared plus 39 squared. So that means that our answer D is our final answer. So that is how you simplify and solve this equation. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll see you in the next one.